So I have been asked, now that we're getting into summer months, what is the best way for women over 40 to keep their makeup from looking cakey in the summer months? And I do have some tips. One of the first tips that I would say is to prep your skin for hydration. You definitely want to keep in mind that during the summer months, the air conditioning plus the heat can strip your skin of moisture, and then all of the makeup will start to pool in those areas where you may have texture, pores, fine lines, wrinkles. So I would start with a light hydration layer underneath. I like to use the Ilia, the base face milk. This one I feel like is great for prepping because it is lightweight, it absorbs into the skin. Also, I would recommend going with an SPF underneath your makeup that doesn't peel and also adds a little bit of hydration. I like this House of Joseon. It gives me that extra hydration. It doesn't pull, it doesn't peel, and it looks great underneath makeup. And all this is skin prep. This all goes on before I actually put on my foundation, and then I give it a minute to sit and absorb and work its magic before I start putting on the foundation or anything over the top of it. Tip number 2, avoid heavy layers. Definitely use thinner layers. Anything heavy and thick, especially here in the South, is just gonna pull around smile lines and fine lines, wrinkles, pores, things like that. I like these 3 products for summer foundation. This is the IT Cosmetics CC Plus Cream. This is the Clinique Tinted Moisturizer. And this is the Typology Tinted Serum. And I would recommend applying it with a damp sponge. This is gonna make sure that it goes on evenly and that it doesn't cake up. I put it on the back of my hand, then I take a damp sponge and just press it in to make sure that my coverage is even and flawless, but that it's pressed into the skin and it's not going to cake up. Believe it or not, for women over 40, less is more in the foundation game in the summer. You don't want to cover up your skin. You just want to make it your skin, but better. I know that sounds cliche, but it's true. Most of my foundations do have an SPF in them, even though I've already put one on. This one has an SPF of 50, so that went on smooth. There's no pilling or cakiness at all, even though I have on a hydration layer and an SPF. This is flawless and smooth. And the last tip I have for you is about powder. We don't want to over mattify because that looks cakey. So instead, let's just powder strategically in the places where we know we're going to need it. For me, that's my nose, my forehead, and my chin. And those are my 3 tips. If you are adding some powder products like blush or bronzer over the top, just use a light hand. Just keep those tips in mind and you should have a cake-free summer. Y'all have a good day, and I will see you tomorrow.